When you were dealing with two variables, total derivative or derivative was the same, because you have to differentiate. You have to differentiate it with respect to one variable only, right? Now we will be shifting to find total derivative when your derivative is dependent on more than one variable. So let's see how we go about it. I'm sharing the screen. Just check what is visible to you or not. Is it visible? Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I want you to note down the first way of finding the total derivative. In partial differentiation of a function, two or more variables, only one variable varies, but in total differentiation, increments are given in all the variables. That means you will keep on focusing on one variable at a time. Like if your z is dependent on x and y, that is z is function of x and y, then dz, d represents total, delta represents partial. Keep that thing in mind. Dz is del f by del x dx plus del f by del y dy. Then dz is called the total differential of z. Please note this much. Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what happens? Suppose your x is function of some parameter t or some variable t, and y is also a function of same parameter t. Then how do we get the total derivative? So differentiation of a composite function. What is happening here? If you check, z is function of x and y, and x and y are functions of some variable t, right? So obviously z is a composite function of t. Is this okay? How do we write composite function? We write composite function as function of some function, right? Like if you are talking about one variable, then this is a function. But if I write this is a composite function of x, right? So when you are saying f is function of x and y, and x and y are in turn function of some variable t, then what is happening? This is a composite function. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So if we have to get the derivative of a composite function, here I am talking about the total derivative, then it comes out to be like this. Please note it down. This is the derivative of a composite function. Then there is a third type. Now see this carefully. Here you had function x and y were function of t only. Now you include one more variable in it. Z is fxy, and x and y are functions of two variables, u and v. I want you to note it down, because according to the situation we use the formula. In that situation, when your x and y are functions of two variables u and v, obviously now you will get z in terms of two variables. The derivative of z will depend on two variables. So del z by del u is this. That means you differentiate f with respect to x and then x with respect to u, plus you differentiate f with respect to y and then y with respect to u. When you find del z by del v, then same process of composite. You differentiate f with respect to x, then x with respect to v, plus f with respect to y, and then y with respect to v. Is this understood or not? Is this okay? Hmm? Say yes or no. So the difference between this and this is here you find d, which is a total derivative, but here it is also a partial derivative of z. Now we will take up one question at a time and we will try and solve it. First you write this question. I hope you have written all the formulas. Now let's try and solve some questions and see how we get it. Write the first question. Suppose you have, the question is find dz by dt when z is equal to x square minus y square, x is e to the power t cos t, and y is e to the power t sin t. Which formula will help here? The second
The
one.
second formula.
The second formula. Okay. So we will write dz by dt is equal to del z by del x into dx by dt. I want you to understand why am I using d here and delta here. Can you tell me why am I doing so?
Partial and complete differentiation.
Yes, total differentiation. X is dependent on only one variable, so there is no question of partial. Similarly, y is dependent on one variable, that is t, so it's a total derivative, right? But z is dependent on two variables, so for z we are using partial thing. Okay, now this is the formula. We need to find what is del z by del x. So that will be 2x del z by del y minus 2y del x by del t. You differentiate this, cos t plus e to the power t minus sin t. So we can write e to the power t cos t minus sin t. Del y by del t, sorry, dx by dt, sorry, dy by dt. Differentiate this, e to the power t sin t plus e to the power t cos t. Now substitute in equation 1. So dz by dt is equal to 2x e to the power t. I am putting this value here. Cos t minus sin t minus 2y e to the power t sin t plus cos t. Now since we have to write it in t, we can put x and y what is given in the question. We can put x and y what is given in the question. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I want you to simplify this and give me the answer. Easy to simplify. Take out 2e to the power 2t as common and see what is left with you. चलो मैं कर देती हूँ. Cos square t minus cos t sin t minus sin square t minus sin t cos t.
Ma'am, it's 2e to the power 2t.
So 2e to the power 2t I take out now.
No, yes, ma'am.
Is it right or not?
Ma'am, I think sin t and cos t are cutting. Sin t cos t is getting cancelled.
How come then I am getting both positive? Not possible, no? Something is wrong.
No. Yes, ma'am.
What is wrong? Just find out. No, beta, you are not.
Ma'am,
You
in
can't.
place of x, we have the e to the power t cos
Ma'am,
t.
can you?
Ma'am, 1
Correct.
et also there. Ma'am, 2x et, ma'am,
So
in
that's why
dz
it
by
is.
dt.
That's why you have na 2e to the power 2t.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
है ना? See, you put this. This is minus 2y. So you put it like this. Dy by dt is in positive. So you put it in positive. I don't think it is cancelling. Just check. Actually, you are getting like this. 2e to the power 2t. Now cos square t minus sin square t is cos 2t.
Okay, ma'am, my bad. I didn't see the minus 2y sign.
Yes. So you are getting this actually.
Yes, ma'am, tallied.
Understood how to get the first type of question?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's try one more. Write question number 2. U is equal to x square minus y square plus sin yz, where y is equal to e to the power x and z is equal to log x. Find. Now I want you to understand this. Now here in the question is given as if there are 3 variables here, but actually if you see this carefully, y and z are dependent on x. Is this understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
That means you can treat y and z as the variables and the parameter that you have to deal with is x, or the y and z are dependent on x, so it's a kind of composite function. Now if I have to write, you can write it like this. U is fxyz, right? Now listen carefully, see this carefully. X is there, y is dependent on x and z is dependent on x. Okay, so if I write du by dx, just see, it is you have del u by del x into dx by dx plus del u by del y into dy by dx del u by del z into dz by dx. Is this statement understood or not? Hmm?
Ma'am, please explain it.
See, when you have, suppose x, y, z depend on t. So then how will you write? You will write du by dt, na? And then you will say it is del u by del x into dx by dt plus del u by del y into dy by dt plus del u by del z into dz by dt. If you include third variable also. We write like this, right? Till two variable you have just done in the previous question.
Yes, ma'am.
If one more variable is inserted, that means you have to do it third time also. Right? Now in place of t, what we have? We have x. See, you have to find du by dx. Right? So the first term will change into dx by dx. So actually we write it like this. For you to understand, I have included that. Sorry, this is D. Have you understood what's the connection?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm? So you need to be vigilant. It's not that you will memorize it and do it. You need to be vigilant while solving. Now I need to know what is del u by del x. We can calculate it easily. This is 2x. Del u by del y, just be careful. This is minus 2y plus cos yz into z. Right? We will differentiate yz also. Then del u by del z, this is equal to cos yz into y. Is this fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Now substitute these values and see what you are getting. We need to know what is dx, dy by dx. So what is dy by dx? It is ex, right? Then dz by dx also we need to know. So dz by dx is 1 by x. Now substitute these values in equation 1. So du by dx is equal to del u by del x, that is 2x, plus del u by del y, that is minus 2y plus z cos yz into dy by dx, which is ex, plus del u by del z, that is y cos yz into 1 by x. Okay, now you need to put everything in x. You need to put everything in x. So wherever you have used y or z, you write it in terms of x. So the answer is, this is equal to 2x plus, this is minus 2 e to the power x plus log x cos ex log x ex plus ex cos ex by x cos ex log x. Is this fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever comes common you can take. 2x minus 2 e to the power 2x plus log x, no,
If we
plus,
do not simplify and leave the answer there only.
no, you have to write it in x. You can't leave the answer
Oh,
in y and z.
no, ma'am. After putting the values of y and z, if we do not take common.
Oh, that's okay. That's not a problem.
Okay.
That's okay. Okay. I hope this question is understood. Now, next question. Please write next question. Z is equal to f of x comma y. X is equal to e to the power u plus e to the power minus v. Y is equal to e to the power minus u minus e to the power v. Show that del z by del u minus del z by del v is x del z by del x minus y del z by del y. This is the question. Now what kind of formula you have to use here? I want you to check your formula. You had written 3 formula. It's third type. What is happening? Z is function of x and y, and x and y are function of u and v, right? It's like this, that z is function of x and y, x is function of u and v, and y is function of u and v. So third formula will work here. So we will find accordingly. What will be del x by del u? You differentiate this. This is e to the power u. Del x upon del v is minus e to the power minus v. Del y by del u minus e to the power minus u. Del y by del minus e to the power v. Now, when you write del z by del u, you will write it as del z by del x because it's a chain rule. Del z by del x into del x by del u plus del z by del y into del y by del u. Now substitute the values. Here you will get e to the power u del y, sorry, this is u. This is minus e to the power minus u del z by del y. Now del z by del v is equal to del z by del x The formula is understood. Just substitute the value. So this is minus e to the power minus v minus e to the power v. Now you need to find the difference. So this minus this. So this minus this will become e to the power u plus e to the power minus v. I am collecting the term minus sorry, this will be minus. Is this okay or not? I've collected del z by del x in one group and del z by del y in another group, but we have to use a difference. Is this fine? And what this value is? This is x. And this is y. Hence proved. Just see if this is okay or not. Understood?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. Then let's go for the next question. Right, next question. If u is equal to f x square plus 2yz, y square plus 2zx, prove that y square minus zx del u by del x, x square minus yz del u by del y plus z square minus xy the question. Please note down the question. Noted? There is a symmetry in it. Just remember that. In this kind of situation, you have already given two functions. Instead of giving you x comma y, the u is function of this variable and this variable. So what we do in this, assume, suppose capital X is x square plus 2yz and capital Y is y square plus 2zx. Now we can write u as function of capital X comma capital Y. Is this okay? Now if I have to find del u by del x, we will treat it as del u by del x into del x by this plus del u by del y Is this okay or not? Your x is function of x and y, x, y and z, y is function of x, y and z like that. Is this fine?
Ma'am, but there are three functions
So
x, y, z.
at z. So we will differentiate accordingly. Na? Like here we are differentiating it with respect to x. F is function of two variables only, na?
Okay,
X
ma'am.
and y. So we will write it like this. Like if I have to write del u by del y, I will write it del u by del x into del x by del y plus del u by del y into del y by del y and del u by del z I hope you have understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Now please find all these values. I'll do one for you and symmetrically you try rest. So like I'm doing it for suppose x. So what is my del x by del x? Let's see. Del x by del x is this, so it is 2x. And del y by del x is 2z. Is this fine? So the first part will give me, see, del u by del x is 2x. Is this fine? Is this step understood?
Yes. ma'am.
So if it is understood, please find rest of the two. It's a very symmetrical result. I hope you can correlate. It's a symmetrical kind of result. Like in this, we will get del u by del y is equal to 2z plus 2y. All right. Now substitute it here. Substitute it here and see what you are getting. I'm substituting, just see. We have to substitute y square minus zx, then del u by del x. And what was del u by del x? It's a symmetrical result, so it is easy to remember. Plus x square minus zx and del u by del y. So from the formula 2z plus 2y. Then the third term is z square minus xy, and then 2y now you collect the terms. Like if I am collecting del u by del x, I'll write all the terms that are coming to it. See, I'm multiplying it, okay? So this is 2xy square minus 2zx square. From here I am getting. And then from here I am getting plus 2zx square minus 2xz square, this term. And then here I am getting plus 2yz square minus 2xy square. And the second term that I am taking, now I'll be getting from here 2zy square minus 2xz square plus 2x square y minus 2z xy plus 2xz square minus something is missing. Just check. X square minus, no, it should be x square minus yz. There is a mistake. This is x square minus yz. That means I have committed some mistake or what? Xy square. Oh. Okay. Where has it gone? It shifted this side. Oh. So what will you get now? Everything will be cancelled. You are getting 2x y square minus zx plus 2z x square minus yz plus 2y z square minus xy. This is first term, and del u by del y 2z y square minus zx plus 2y x square minus yz plus 2x z square minus xy. And you can see everything will be cancelled and you will be getting understood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these were the three types. Then let me go back to the questions. There are many more questions given in the book or even in the PPT, you can check. So we had discussed till here. Now let's see what is the next in line. Now this is the next type. See what is happening here. Change in both the independent and dependent variable. That means you have to do it in polar coordinates. Okay. This is one of the questions. Mostly it is asked, so you should know how to go about it. Now I want you to focus on this. Just check. You have w is equal to fxy, where x is dependent on r theta and y is dependent on r theta, right? Now the question is, show that this is equal. Show that this is equal. Now what is happening here? This is the derivative of the function with respect to x and y, and this is the derivative of the function with respect to r and theta. This is only with respect to x and y, and this is with respect to r and theta. So I want you to correlate and understand what it means. Now see this. You have x is equal to r cos theta, so del x by del r is cos theta, del x by del theta is minus r sin theta. Okay. Similarly, del y by del r is sin theta and del y by del theta is this. Now just understand this part. When you find del w by del r, then you will do it how? As a chain rule or as a composite function. Del w by del r. That means first you will differentiate f, then you will differentiate x and y. So it is del f by del x into del x by del r. Here also we are using del because x depends on two variables r and theta, plus del f by del y into del y by del r. This is similar to what we did in the previous question. Is it okay? Similarly, you will find del w by del theta, same way. Del x by del theta plus del f by del y by del theta. Okay? After taking this, you substitute the value and see what you are getting. So here you are getting del f by del x plus cos theta del f by del y into sin theta, and similarly you are getting this. This is r is common. So if you write it and square it up, you are able to get this result. Ask if you have any doubt in it. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now example 36 I want you to read. Let me clear this first. Now please read this example. This is good one. You have an equation in x and theta and it is asked that solve it into polar coordinates. Okay. So now what we are going to do, this is, you need to remember this. We keep on using this again and again. So in place of x, you will write r cos theta. In place of y, you will write r sin theta. Now you are not converting x into r. You are converting r into x. So remember that. So that means you will write r as function of x and y, and you will write theta as function of x and y. Is this okay? Here you have x in terms of r and theta and y in terms of r and theta. But what we want r in terms of x and y and theta in terms of x and y. So you will square it up and you will get this. This is polar coordinate. You had been handling it again earlier also. Is this okay or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now remember to differentiate it with respect to x and y. So when you write del u by del x, what will you do? It is del u by del r into del r by del x. Because we want everything in r and theta. Plus del u by del theta into del theta by del x. So it's simple to calculate. If your r square is this, what is del r by del theta? Sorry, del r by del x? It is x by r, na? Chalo, I'm doing it in 2 steps. Try and understand. When you differentiate it with respect to x, you will get this. Any problem? Left hand side? Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
So I can write now.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, I can write this also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's see how we can differentiate theta. Theta is tan inverse y by x. So del theta by del x is so when you simplify, you will get minus y upon x square plus y square. So actually it is minus y by r square. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, when you find del theta by del y, this is 1 upon 1 plus y square by x square into 1 by x. So when you simplify, it is x upon r square. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we can further simplify it. It is x by r and we know x is r cos theta. So I can write it only cos theta. Yes or no?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I can write this as sin theta. Now remember all this. Here you can write it y is r sin theta, so you can write it as minus sin theta by r. And you can write it as cos theta by r. Accepted or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see how it is substituted. You have del u by del x is equal to del u by del r into del r by del x. We have calculated del r by del x is cos theta. So it is cos theta. Then plus del u by del theta by del x. We have calculated del theta by del x as minus sin theta by r. So see, minus sin theta by r. This is your first derivative with respect to x. Right? Now we differentiate it second time because we are interested in calculating this. So when you differentiate it second time, you will write it as del by del x of del u by del x. right? And what was your del by del x? Your del by del x was this. You can write like this also. Just see, it is acting as an operator. Cos theta minus sin theta upon r. This is a product form into u. Same thing has been used here. Are you realizing what is being done?
Ma'am, we can do what we have. Only we do not have to change.
I'm not getting you.
Ma'am, if we don't change this cos theta,
No, you have to change because you want the answer in polar.
okay, ma'am.
That's the question, na? Transform the equation into polar. So you have to change it, na? You want everything in r and theta.
Okay, ma'am.
So my only point was to make you realize that whenever you will write del by del x, you can write it as an operator. Like here it is used as an operator. Okay? And you are operating it on del u by del x, which you have calculated here. Okay? So when you apply it, you will take it in two terms. The cos theta into del by del r of the whole thing minus sin theta by r into del theta of the whole thing. Then you differentiate it. So it is cos theta. Cos theta is a treat it as a constant, and you will get del 2u by del r square minus sin theta upon r, and then what will you get? Del 2 theta. See, this is something minus sin theta upon r, del 2u by del r del theta. Right? I want you to understand this part. Just see whether you are able to comprehend or not. I am removing this part so that I get space to write. Is this okay? You have understood the constituents? So I am removing the constituents. I want you to understand how this is being done. This part. See, what will you do? You treat it, this whole thing can be written like this. Just try and understand. This is cos theta del by del r minus sin theta by r del by del theta u. So actually this is del by del x of u. Is it okay? So when you apply del by del x on this, so you will write in place of del by del x this entire part. Okay? And then what is your del u by del x? Your del u by del x is this now. And then see how you are using it one by one. First you take cos theta del by del r of the whole thing, then minus sin theta by r del by del theta of the whole thing. And then you differentiate it term by term. So like first you will differentiate this. So you got this. Then you differentiate this part minus sin theta by r. When you differentiate 1 by r, it will become minus 1 by r square. So minus minus has become plus. So sin theta by r square into this. Then you differentiate this part. So it is minus sin theta by r del 2u del r del theta. Is this okay or not?
मैम एक बार वो दोबारा बता दीजिएगा जो आपने समझाया था अभी।
देखो देखो ये एक ऑपरेटर है, राइट? अब इस ऑपरेटर को हम इस पे टर्म बाय टर्म लगा रहे हैं। मैं एक टर्म तुम्हारे लिए सॉल्व कर रही हूँ। देखो cos थीटा डेल बाई डेल आर माइनस साइन थीटा बाई आर डेल बाई डेल थीटा, और हम इसे लगा किस पर रहे हैं? हम इसे लगा रहे हैं cos थीटा डेल यू बाई डेल आर माइनस साइन थीटा बाई आर डेल यू बाई डेल थीटा पर। ओके, अब इसे टर्म बाय टर्म ऑपरेट करना। पहले हमने लगाया cos थीटा डेल बाई डेल आर इस पूरे पर, ठीक है? तो cos थीटा तो एक कांस्टेंट हो गया, cos थीटा एक कांस्टेंट हो गया, ठीक? अब इस पे तुमने लगाया cos थीटा में r नहीं है, तो इसका मतलब ये एक कांस्टेंट की तरह हो गया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। अब आपने लगाया डेल यू बाई डेल आर पर डेल बाई डेल आर, तो क्या आएगा? ये del 2u del r स्क्वायर आया, इसको इस पर लगाया, cos थीटा में r नहीं है, so it will be treated as a constant, right? अगला वेरिएबल है हमारे पास del u by del r, तो जब आप उसमें del by del r लगाओगे तो वो del 2u by del r स्क्वायर हो जाएगा ना, it's like this. So we write it like this ना.
Yes, ma'am.
अब इस ऑपरेटर को हम इस पर लेकर आते हैं, ठीक है? हमारा डेल बाई डेल आर, और ये प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू टर्म्स है, एक टर्म है साइन थीटा बाई आर और दूसरा टर्म है डेल यू बाई डेल थीटा. इस पर थोड़ा फोकस करना. साइन थीटा बाई आर में आर इन्वॉल्व है, तो प्रोडक्ट रूल लगाएंगे. प्रोडक्ट रूल में 1 बाई आर का डेरिवेटिव क्या होगा, बिकॉज यू आर डिफरेंशिएटिंग इट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू आर. क्या डेरिवेटिव होगा, -1 बाई आर स्क्वायर. भाई डी बाई डी आर ऑफ 1 बाई आर क्या होता है, यही तो होता है.
Yes, ma'am.
तो यहाँ
Yes,
पर
ma'am.
यहाँ पर एक माइनस साइन है, तो वो हो जाएगा प्लस. साइन थीटा तो एक कांस्टेंट है और 1 बाई आर का डेरिवेटिव हो गया आर स्क्वायर, ठीक है. दूसरा टर्म हमने एज इट इज लिख लिया. अब फिर प्रोडक्ट रूल लग रहा है, तो इसको एज इट इज लिख लेंगे और डेरिवेटिव ऑफ डेल यू बाई डेल थीटा करेंगे, तो ये क्या होगा, डेल 2u डेल आर डेल थीटा. आई नहीं आई?
Yes, ma'am.
देखो यही ये टर्म है, cos थीटा बाहर ले लिया और ये डेल बाई डेल आर जब इस पे लगाया तो ये आया cos थीटा डेल 2u बाई डेल आर स्क्वायर प्लस साइन थीटा बाई आर स्क्वायर डेल u बाई डेल थीटा माइनस साइन थीटा बाई आर डेल 2u बाई डेल आर डेल थीटा. देखो यही चीज है, राइट? सिमिलरली हम सेकेंड ऑपरेटर लगाएंगे, इसके सेम उसके ऊपर ये वाला ऑपरेटर लगाएंगे. अब देखो यहाँ cos थीटा है जिसको डेरिवेटिव निकलेगा, तो एक टर्म आएगा माइनस साइन थीटा डेल यू बाई डेल आर. फिर इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो दूसरा टर्म आएगा cos थीटा डेल 2u डेल थीटा डेल आर. अब यहाँ पर आएंगे तो पहला डेरिवेटिव साइन थीटा का होगा विच इज माइनस cos थीटा, आर एज इट इज रखेंगे डेल यू बाई डेल थीटा. दूसरा डेरिवेटिव इसका आएगा तो वो हो जाएगा माइनस साइन थीटा बाई आर डेल 2u बाई डेल थीटा स्क्वायर. आई होप these two terms are clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now compile and see the result. Collect the similar term and see what you are getting.
हम एक बार राइट हैंड साइड में जो आपने लिखा था cos थीटा डेल डेल बाई डेल आर, वो एक बार समझा दीजिएगा.
मुझे समझ नहीं आया, ये इसको पूछ रहे हो?
यस मैम, एक बार ये बता दीजिए.
मैं ये कह रही, आप लिखो, देखो एक मिनट, आप लिखो कि डेल बाई डेल एक्स ऑफ कुछ भी, रुको इसको ऐसे समझो. सपोज आप लिख रहे हो डेल यू बाई डेल एक्स प्लस डेल यू बाई डेल वाई, ठीक है? तो हम इसे ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, ठीक है? ये क्या है, ये एक ऑपरेटर है. हम ऐसे लिखें या हम लिखें कि कोई और मल्टीप्लाइड है इसके साथ. यू लिखें, ठीक है? तो जब हमने यहाँ पर डेल बाई डेल एक्स लगाया, डेल बाई डेल एक्स लगाया, तो हम लोगों ने ये निकाला था ना, हम इसे ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. सॉरी आर, तो ये तो कांस्टेंट की तरह यूज होगा और जो डेल बाई डेल आर है वो यू पर ऑपरेट हो जाएगा. ये कांस्टेंट की तरह होगा और ये यू पर ऑपरेट हो जाएगा. तो ऐसे लिखो या ऐसे लिखो, इट्स द सेम.
बेसिकली हम लोगों को डेल यू बाई डेल एक्स की वैल्यू फाइंड करनी थी, तो फिर हम लोगों ने ये किया था.
हाँ, उसके लिए हमें सेकेंड डेरिवेटिव निकालना था ना, तो हमने फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव को रखा और सेकेंड डेरिवेटिव डेल बाई डेल एक्स जो हमने यहाँ कैलकुलेट किया था उस ऑपरेटर को यूज किया. सिमिलरली जब आप ये निकालोगे तो हम इसे ऐसे लिखेंगे, आर यू गेटिंग दैट?
यस मैम.
See how it is done. Similarly, you have calculated del u by del y and then del 2u by del y, and when you add it up, you are getting this. And this is very useful result because it changes your Cartesian into polar. All right, you to finish this question. You will try this question. It is there in the book, and if you are stuck anywhere, you can check your book. All right,
Okay, ma'am.
but I expect you to try it. Now please respond to your attendance.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, can you please tell the syllabus of minor?